Okay, so we're working on polynomial functions, and the first part of this lesson is on functions. Remember, a function has only one answer for each question. Your calculator can only solve equations that are written as functions. This is the 18th easiest homework of the course. The average time is 42 minutes. If you take more than an hour for this lesson, let me know. Remember, you should also be keeping up on your study plan. It'll help you prepare for all the tests. All right, here we go. Oops. I better get my calculator out. All right. Determine the domain and range of this relation and tell whether it's a function. The domain is 3, 25. Remember, it's the first number in each ordered pair. 3, 60. Oops. Oh, I see. I listed 3 twice. You don't need to double list an entry. The range is 2, -5, 2, 3. Oops. So it is not a function, and the reason it's not a function is that 3 has the answer 2 one time, and it has the answer 3 another time. Number 3. Okay. This is not a function, and the reason it's not a function is if you do a vertical line test any place over here, you get 2 answers, not 1. The domain starts at -1 and it goes to infinity. And the range goes from -infinity to positive infinity because it'll just keep on going up and up and down and down. Okay, is this a function? Yes, because for each question there's only one answer. And let's see, the domain has to be positive. Now, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to draw it here for you. 9 plus 2x has to be greater than or equal to 0 because you can't have a square root that's a negative. So subtract 9 from each side, and you get 2x is greater than or equal to -9. Divide both sides by 2. X is greater than or equal to -9 halves. So from -9 halves to positive infinity is our answer. Okay, so let's graph this one. Start at 1. Oops. Start at 1, and from there go up 1, forward 3, and then it says the domain. The domain is all the numbers, and the range is all the numbers. Remember that if you have a line that's not going straight across or straight up and down, the range and the domain are going to be all the numbers. Okay. Number 6. For the following function, find f of -1 and f of 2. So let's substitute in f of -1 equals negative of -1 squared plus 7 times -1 cubed minus 13. -1 squared is 1. 7 times -1, oops, so this will be -1. 7 times -1 is -7, minus 13 more is -21. F of 2 is the negative of 2 squared plus 7 times 2 cubed minus 13. So this is -4. 2 cubed is 8, times 7 is 56, minus 13. 56 minus 17 is 39. So negative 21 and 39. Number 7. From 1980 through 1995, payments in millions of dollars from Medicaid can be modeled by a polynomial. F of x is 411 x squared plus 194x plus 24,050, where x0 is 1980. So 1982 would be 411 times 2 squared, because it's 2 years after 1980, plus 194 times 2 plus 24,050. So let's press that on our calculator. Mode 1, I was still in matrix mode. Okay, 411 times 2 squared plus 194 times 2 plus 24,050 is 26,082. 1984, so it'll be 411 times 4 squared plus 194 times 4 plus 24,050. So 411 times 4 squared plus 194 times 4 plus 24,050. And we get 31,402. Just keep going. So now we'll substitute in 6. So it's 411 times 6 squared plus 194 times 6 plus 24,050. And we get 40,010. And 1988 would be 8s. So it's 411 times 8 squared plus 194 times 8 plus 24,050 gives us 51906. So let's fill in those numbers. First one is 26,082. Next one is 31,402. The next one is 40,010. And the last one is 51,906. All right. Number 8. For the following pair of functions, find f plus g of x and f minus g of x. So we're going to add them together. F plus g of x is 4x squared plus 7x minus 5 plus negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 17. So we have 2x squared plus 10x minus 22. And then f minus g of x is 4x squared plus 7x minus 5 minus negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 17. Now remember, when you subtract, you can change it to addition by changing every sign. So our answer is 6x squared plus 4x plus 12. Now we can write down our two answers. F plus g of x is 2x squared plus 10x minus 22, and f minus g of x is 6x squared plus 4x plus 12. Number 9. So now we're going to add these two with 3 in them. So it'll be g plus h of negative 3 is 3 times negative 3 plus negative 3 minus 8. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 minus 3 minus 8 more is negative 20. Number 10. Now we're doing h of f of 5. In other words, we're finding out what happens when we put f into the h in order to get it. The other way to write this, oops, I better get our. The other way to write this would be h of f of x. Okay, so we find out what, and in this case we're doing of 5. So we're doing f of 5, so 2 times 5 minus 1, and then we're taking that and summing it into this equation, so we're taking the negative of that and adding 1. So I substituted 5 into this equation and got this stuff. 2 times, oh, I did that wrong. It should be 2 times 5 minus 1. I made it seem like you're going to multiply the 2 times the 5, subtract the 1. Okay, so when we do this first part, we get 10 minus 1, which is 9. Put a negative on it, and add 1 is negative 8. Number 11. Now we're doing 0, and we're doing f of h of 0. Okay, so let's put in 0 into h. So we have 0 plus 3. This part now becomes the x of this part. So we put in 0 here. Now we're going to take that and square it and add 9. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 squared is 9, plus 9 is 18. So f of h of 0 is 18. Next one. Now we're doing f of g of x. Okay, so we do g first. 3x plus 2. That's our g. That's going to become the x part of this one. So we're going to square that and add 9. So 3x plus 2 times 3x plus 2 is 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. 9x squared plus 12x plus 4 plus 9 is 9x squared plus 12x plus 13. That's our answer. So we're going to write that. Oops, I don't know how we're going to get that into the blank here. Let's do it this way. So it'll be 9x squared plus 12x plus 13. Number 13. Okay, h of g of x. So we're going to do g first, 5x plus 6. That's going to become the x part of h. So this is going to be plus 9, and we get 5x plus 15. Number 14, the function defined by f of x is 36x computes the number of inches in x yards, and the function defined by g of x is 1760x computes the number of yards in x miles. What is f of g of x? Okay, and what does it compute? So we're doing f of g of x. So we do g first, 1760 times, 1760 times x. Then we multiply that by 36. And that will be, I better get out my calculators, 36 times 1760 is 63360. It says this is the number of inches in x yards, and this is the number of yards in x miles. So we're computing the number of, so we have inches in yards, and then we have yards in miles. So if you notice, we're going to be getting the number of inches in x miles. Oops, I better write down my 63360. 63360x, and it's the number of inches in x miles. All right. If you have any questions, you know what to do.